deal up, sign, seal, deliver, and sometimes I like to deliver the policy. When I deliver the policy, it gives me another chance to go over referrals, and it also gives me a chance to go over any programs that they may have for retirement, like 401k, stocks, bonds, things like that. And that's how you're able to get more annuities also. Let's go over these things. Most of you are going to be ordering teleleads, I imagine, and everybody should be at least 20 a week. A lot of you tell me, look, Jay, I have leads from last week, or I purchased leads, I got a lead order coming in. I don't care if you do have a lead order coming in. Sometimes you may want to wait for that lead order to finish. But at the same time, you need to keep that flowing. As soon as you get 20, 30, 40, 50, 60 leads, you need to put another order in immediately. If you do not keep this lead flow coming in, you're gonna fail. I mean, I'm just telling you right out of the gate, you're gonna crumble big time. And that sucks, man. I will invest $10,000 a month to make 40. I'll invest that to make 20. At least I made 10. You know what I mean? So it makes sense to deliver marketing to yourself, which they're giving to you. Brian and I have owned personal training locations. He still does, and he knows what the cost of marketing could be for direct mail, and and you get a 1% return. So this is like a freaking luxury to me to have this kind of thing coming in. Okay, when you're dialing, the attitude's so important, man. When I get on the phone, I try to adjust. Your girlfriend, your mother, whoever's getting you in a pissy position, you may not even want to pick up the phone if you're in a bad mood. You know, really. Read a book, listen to some great music to get in that home. The most important process, one of the most important processes in this is dialing the phone. So after you pick up the phone, and let's go over final expense arrangements. When I walk in the home and I meet Mrs. Jones, by the way, when you pull up to the house, you got to be prepared. Don't sit in the driveway. Don't be on the phone. Get out of that car. And what I do is I grab the bag and I wave at the house. I'm like, boom, how you doing, Mrs. Jones? So when I walk through that door and ring that doorbell, hi, Mrs. Jones, my name's Jason. I'm here to go over that information you requested about the final expense. How you doing? Oh, hi, Mr. Jones. Hey, listen, you mind if we can go sit at that dining room table over there? I got some things I need to lay out. Do not try to get to the living room. This is an uncomfortable situation. Keep it that way. I'm telling you, don't go to the couch. If you can avoid it by all circumstances. Now, when you're selling mortgage protection, guys, you may walk into a home where it doesn't even have furniture, which I've been in, and you got to stand. That sucks too. When you're standing, I want you to have them two standing right next to you if you can, and go over the information. Take your time. This is important for them. Pays off the house. I want you to use the words inflation, discounts. For instance, on the phone, if you're dialing, Mrs. Jones, it's only information. I'm going to be in the area anyway. What is this about? Why do you need to come here? I need to qualify you. I got to get you as many discounts as possible. Right back into the appointment set. So every objection you say, you go right back to the appointment. So I need to get you as much discounts, as many discounts as possible, Mrs. Jones. So I'll be there at 7 p.m. Hi, Mrs. Jones. You know, inside the home, when you're speaking about policies and the premium numbers, put down options 1, 2, 3. And then I sometimes flip the page and I'll put 1, 2, 3 down before I go to a mortgage protection deal, which looks like this. This is the bank up here, and this is the name and individual. This is the amount that they owe right in here somewhere. I got to get my pen to work. So they owe $143,000 on their mortgage. I know their age, and what we do is we do an LSW illustration. So when you get on, everybody needs to get with LSW, first of all. I'm telling you, you're going to knock it out of the park with this damn cash value. When I present the policy, I'm hoping she has a policy I can show you guys. Give me a second. Let me look at this and see if this is one of the policies I've sold before. Yeah, it is. So let me show you something. Some of the things that they got here's one for $197 a month for $197. It comes with terminal illness, chronic illness, critical illness, and critical injury. After 15 years, the guesstimate is that it has $11,800 in cash value. There's a cash value sheet right here. When I present this part of this policy to people, especially if they're young, these are the cash values that they earn, okay? So this means that the accumulation value, the cash surrender, here's the years over here. This is the age. This individual is 80 years of age, so it's not going to be much. But if she were to die at age 99, she'd have $13,000 invested into this thing. But I'm telling you, if you do one of these on yourself, do an illustration on yourself at the highest cash value. You got to learn how to put this into the computer. So you got to call them and get all the training that you can. Alyssa can help train too, and we'll do a separate webinar on that. But when you do the cash values on yourself, look at what like $300, $500 does to the cash value. It's 7% to 12.5% interest on the cash value. So it's almost a smart idea, guys, since they're paying you as earned, to get one of these products on yourself as an investment someday. It'll build cash value and a retirement plan for yourself. So you have inflation, you have discounts. What are some other words that we can use in the home that will subject them to understanding that that they have a need? We're trying to find a need right now. So what we have, we want to explain inflation in a way like this. I've done this before. My screen's really small. I want you guys to draw a line. You draw, literally, I want you to have a blank piece of paper on a clipboard, a few of them, and draw a line up here like this. This is 4% interest all the way up. Do 10-year look. That's 40% more than today. You have this line here. That's tax increases. This is what happens over the years. For God's sakes, we may go to war. You don't think the economy is going to frickin' go all over the place now? This is a great time for annuities. People want to protect their money. So you guys need to get in these damn homes real quick. I mean, because people are going to want to protect. There's a line going across here, guys, straight across. That's a level income. That's all they have for the rest of their lives. And guess what? When Mr. Jones dies, they get the two of the higher Social Securities. So you need to know that inside the home. Who has the two of the higher Social Securities? That's what I asked. Mrs. Jones or Mr. Jones? Because whoever passes away, they get that number. Now, need to remember this and write this down. It takes 6 to 12 months to get the Social Security. So when somebody passes away, it literally takes them 6 to 12 months. So they're going to be surviving on what they have. So if Mrs. Jones has $700 a month in Social Security or disability coming in, and Mr. Jones has $2,200, she needs to survive on $700 a month for the next 6 to 12 months. That's your key to selling. Boom, you hit a home run right there. So discounts, how many discounts can you get them is the question that you're trying to answer. And discounts just means they think you're getting, you're searching for all these programs and products out there. So at the end of the day, what you're doing is you're putting 3 options down on paper. Really, in the beginning, that's the simplest way. 3 options down on paper. $30 is $10,000. $25 is $7,500. And $15 is $5,000. So since you're doing cremation, remember the difference between cremation. Ask them, what are you doing? You doing cremation or burial, Mrs. Jones? Which one of those 2 are you doing? I'm doing cremation. Well, these days it costs anywhere from $800 to $3,000. Let's not kid ourselves. At the end of the day, it could cost $800 to $3 grand. Now, what do you think it's going to cost in 10 years from now? You know what I mean? It's going to be easily $3,000 to $6,000, and some of them are that price today. So they are fooling themselves. If you guys get knowledge on funerals, veterans, you guys got to know what the veterans offer too. When you run into a vet, a lot of them may think that everything's taken care of. That's not true. They don't dig the hole. They don't pay for the hole to be. In fact, they give you a flag and a slab. It says your name on it. It says there's your hole. So it's about all you get. When you're in the home, one of the most important things I do to fish out the money is go over what their monthly bills are. What are they putting out? So I'm trying to figure out, look, I'm going to treat, remember this, I said this last week, Mrs. Jones, I'm going to treat you just like you walked into my office. Just happens that I brought my office to you. So a lot of you guys may not swing your hands around like I do either, right? In the home. I mean, is that an Italian thing or what? I'm smacking this. So at the end of the day, I don't think I do that in the home. I might. So what we're trying to do is now we're going to find the ultimate need. So I'm going to go in there. I'm going to treat you just like we're at my office, Mrs. Jones. So I'm going to go over a few things with you. What's the mortgage cost? You start with that, and it's like clicks with them. Okay, I know my mortgage. They're proud to say it. They got a mortgage. That's $1,200 a month. So what's the electric? Go over. Literally make a list right now what you pay every month. That's what they pay too. At the end of that, I want you to add that up. That's $2,200 a month, Mrs. Jones. Pet food, kids, tithing, charity, gas in the car. I'm telling you, add it all up. They don't care. They're pretty cool about this. The reason I'm doing this, Mrs. Jones, is because I want to protect you now and in the future. Since you have a level income, I want you to be able to have the right amount in place for the future. So what I'm going to do is calculate how much you have coming in, so I know in 10 years what you have coming in. I'm going to subtract it by what you got going on. So, Mr. Jones or Mr. Jones, do you have above or below $5,000 a month coming in this household? That's a very important question because I'm not asking exactly what they have. So what you want to do is you want to ask, do you have above or below $5,000 a month coming into the home? And if you do this, guys, this sucks to do if you're new, because it's like the first time you say it, it's very uncomfortable to ask people about money because you're like this. You have to get in your mind, first of all, that you are a financial man and woman if you're on here. You are a planner. You're not just a life insurance rep. Get them to understand that you know the game of money better than they do, or at least as well as they do. So I have $5,000 a month. I got 22 of that coming out. What's 5,000 minus 22? That's what, 2,800? Is my right? 2,800 left over. Now, if they have 5,000, split it. Remember, I'm just going to split it down the middle. When Mr. Jones dies, Mrs. Jones only has $2,500 a month coming in from now on. She took over Social Security and maybe small investments. Her bills are $2,200 a month. How the hell is she going to survive? There's just no way to, if she can't do it today, what is she going to do in 10 years from now? I'll figure it out. I have good family. They'll help me. Trust me. Mr. Jones, you know, it's not like your family doesn't die too. Believe me, I've seen it all, honey. You need to understand this is worst case scenario stuff. So if your family is infected by inflation, how can they afford to take care of you too? So why don't we do this? Let's prepare you for the future. Let's take a look at this. Here's what we have, you know, and then you go into your sale and then turn it into a close and then turn it into referrals and things like that. So what I want to do now is I want to have some fun with you guys. I want to open this up. I want you guys to listen. Jerome had an appointment. He called me about it, and some guy almost kicked his ass. Jerome.
Yes.
I told everybody that you had an appointment today, and some guy almost kicked your ass. So listen, he set the appointment though, right? You went to the door.
Yes. I even made sure that the daughter was going to be there who made the main decisions.
Nice.
And I got oodles of assurances that everybody was going to be there.
Yes.
And then I walked up to the door and the husband says, no, we didn't ask for that. Then he calls his wife over, and of course he's already hot and everything else. And the thing is that she's not going to challenge him right then and there. So basically, I never got past the threshold.
Let me ask you a question. You gave him a business card?
Excuse me?
You give him a business card?
No.
Okay. We want to do that. Number two, if you can give them some information. You guys have folders and packets put together. You're able to put a number together. And before you walk away from that door, I want you to tell Mrs. Jones, just listen, I'll call you at another time. This isn't going to take any food off the table. So just we'll let him cool down. I'll call you at another time. It's good. Just tell him that he could get $30,000 to $50,000 for, you know, $1 a day. It's possible. I don't know yet. Just tell him that. And when she goes back in, it says $30,000 to $50,000 for $1 a day. Make sure he knows it's whole life. It's cash value. I tell people this is not a bill. This is not a bill. It is a bank account with interest that just happens to have a great ROI on it, because if you pay $25 today and it kicks out $25,000 tomorrow, that's a pretty good return on your investment, Ms. Jones and Mr. Jones. So very important that we have, let me see who the hell it is. Is there a certain day and time you make calls, or is it every day? Okay, very good question. So Brian asked, is there certain days and times that we make calls? Do you guys all see that chat button? I want you to put a question in there if you have it. Anyway, today is one of the best days to set appointments, Brian. I can't get in here. You're going to have to take this shit. I took this. There. I can try again. So today, 9 to whatever. I don't put a time on this thing, guys. Not 9 to whatever. She says 12, which she's right. I mean, especially in Florida. During the winter months, though, what the hell's the difference? Nobody leaves, man. That's why I made a lot of money in Pittsburgh, because nobody can go anywhere. You know what I mean? So when I would dial, man, it'd be like an 8-hour day. I would set 15, 20 appointments, and I'd take it to another levels. Me and Alyssa, Innovative is coming out with a leaderboard, by the way. So they had called us and told me and Alyssa are on top of that leaderboard out of a couple thousand people, actually. And that shit didn't happen overnight. Excuse my language. That did not happen overnight. When I first got into this industry, I was scared. I was a personal trainer who couldn't spell life insurance. You know what I mean? I would look across the table and I would say, damn, I could really help that woman lose 10, 20 pounds in a month. You know what I mean? And that was my mentality. Then one day I read How I Raised Myself from Failure to Success in Selling by Frank Bettger, which is a great book about a life insurance rep who was from Philly and sold the hell out of life insurance. I clicked and I said, I'm a life insurance rep. Certain days and times in the evening. Here's your schedule. Saturday mornings, Sunday afternoons, 4 to 9 p.m. Don't go ever dial past 9. It's illegal. Saturday mornings, you could start at 8 a.m. This is final expense, guys. Do you think these people are not out of bed? You're drinking coffee at age 50 to 70, 80 years of age? They're up, believe me. You can start at 8 if you want. In fact, I bet you'll have better results if you did that. I just don't like you guys having to get on here at 8. Monday mornings, or Monday afternoons. And obviously, guys, if you look at your lead, I can tell right here that this individual is 63. Whoa, somebody's 45. The spouse is 45. Somebody's 63. Anyway, long story short, we got a cougar there, but at the end of the day, I know that the 63-year-old's there. The other individual may not be there by age. So what you're going to want to do is look at the age of the individual. Monday afternoons, you'd be setting 2 days out. Tuesday and Wednesday only. Tuesday and Wednesdays only. So when you set out Tuesdays and Wednesdays, you can go from 10 a.m. till 9 p.m. Those are your times. If somebody wants to be a little quack on the phone with you and say, I never have time to do anything, well, you say, that's great. Just say, that's fantastic. I'll tell you what, for you and you only, I'll make an exception. I'll be there at 8 p.m. tomorrow. How's that work? Can't say no, or I mean, if they say no, so what? I'll push it to midnight. Just get used to being somewhat foolish in some ways, because people are foolish. They say really retarded things. So once you're in the home, shake the hands, walk through the door, get the table, sit down. This is important. You have appointments set. You have leads. You must order. You have prepare mentally. You have smile and down. You have dates and times of the apps. Very important to know your schedule, obviously. When you set 9 a.m. in evenings. So evening times on weekdays is better than mornings on weekdays. So after people get home from work, obviously, and go to 9 o'clock. When you're in home, you do report to the point of trust. When you build rapport to the point of trust, that means that you are friends with them at this point. They feel very comfortable with you. I can build rapport now while I'm taking information. So Mrs. Jones, I write their names down on a piece of paper. My first step is taking out the piece of paper, and at the top I write his name and her name on two sides. Boom. And I draw a line underneath it. His and hers, okay? Their names, actual names. And then I say, hey, Mr. Jones, what are you, like 50-some years old, or how old are you? So 57 and she's 47, 10-year difference. You guys smoke? Oh, great, come on. You know what? I was walking up to through your driveway, and I noticed the neighbor had a beautiful swimming pool. Does you get along with them very well? Oh yeah. I was thinking about building a pool myself. It's just, it's just the money involved. It's like crazy. They want like 30, 40, 50,000 to do this. So you know what else I was thinking about? I checked out the pictures on your wall. You're a veteran, right? Oh, that's great. Thank you for your service to this country. I appreciate it. Thank you very much. So this is building rapport, is just educating them on the fact that you notice things and get them to speak to you. You have to hit the brakes on people that talk too damn long. If you got somebody that chatters way too long, you got to stop them in their place. You will lose the deal, I promise you. You need to have control at that table. Remember, kitchen table, if you can, or dining room table at all times. Present, piece of paper, pen, that's all you really need, and your lead. So Mrs. Jones, I'm here to kind of figure out, do you guys have any life insurance existingly? Do you have anything in play right now? Yes, we have two policies, one on him and one on me. I have $5,000. Is that whole life or term? That's whole life. Who's that with? That's with Colonial Penn. Are you sure that's whole life? Because Colonial Penn and New York Life and MetLife are usually, they usually are termed out. But with that number, how much are you paying? What's the premium on that, by the way? So it's, that's $49 a month for $5,000 for Mr. Jones. And it's like $20 for the $7,000 on you. Instantly, your first thing to do is try to beat that number. So now that you know they have product in the house, you're trying to beat that number. You are to pull your phone out and say, give me one moment. I'm going to see if I can beat those rates for you and get you 2 times the amount. I'm going to see if I can beat those rates for you and get you double the amount that you're going to leave behind. And I'm going to get you more cash value. Once you can see what the numbers are, what you need to do is say, if your numbers are higher, by the way, like let's say his is $49 a month for $5,000. Let's say yours is $55 for $5,000, which it shouldn't be. It should be about the same. Colonial Penn's very high priced, MetLife, things like that. So $55 a month, let's just say it is higher. Doesn't matter, because the next question I ask them is important to their future. Mr. and Mrs. Jones, do you understand how long you've been paying into this? You've been paying $49. You got to have a calculator. I want you to multiply $49 a month times 12 months equals, does anybody have a calculator? You can tell me what the hell that may be. Let's see who's quick. Let's see here. Four, 8, is that 588? That's 588 a month. And I want you to multiply that by the years that she's had the product. So that's the years that she's had the product. Let's say she's had the product for 5 years. 5 times, that's 40. That's 40, 44, 25, 26. That's $2,640 something, I think. So anyway, what I'm getting at is the cash value part. I'm trying to get into the cash value. I want them to see that they have cash value bill. My next question, Mrs. Jones, do you need cash? If I could get you $1,000 today, would that be good for you? Would that better your situation? What do you think her answer is going to be? I mean, when you think they're going to say no to $1,000, they don't even know what the hell you're talking about yet or where you're getting it. So if I could get you $1,000, that would be good. So here's what we need to do. I need to get on the phone. I'm just going to check on your policy to make sure it is whole life. It's very important. Now, if they have the policy in front of you, obviously you'll be able to read the policy. And inside the policy, in the back usually, is the cash value sheet. You can actually point out what they have inside.
They called me.
Oh, oh they did?
Yep.
Does that mean you said it?
Yep.
Oh, well, at least I got people calling her back now and setting appointments with her now. Okay, that's great news. Anyway, long story short, we're getting to the cash value part. When we flip this cash value, we want to get on the phone with Colonial Penn and say, hi, my name's Jason. I'm doing I'm doing a policy review. It's called a policy review. A policy review with Mrs. Jones, Mrs. Mary Jones. She's here to give me permission to speak on her behalf. You do not want to hand that phone over and have another company be speaking to your client. You put that on speakerphone so you can hear everything. Sometimes they're slick, guys, and you got to be tough. Oh, so Mrs. Jones, you're thinking about getting out of your policy today. They say that, and it trips her up like, oh, wait, I didn't know I was doing that. So you got to be careful on it. Mary Jones, long story short, we're going to get to the cash value. Hi, I'm going to check on the cash value. 3 things you need to check. 1, premium. Is it level? Just start talking language that Mrs. Jones can hear that you know what the hell you're talking about. Is the premium level, Mrs. Jones, or Colonial Penn? Okay, great. What's the cash value currently? All right, good. Is there any cost of insurance? That means it would be an index universal life. At the end of the day, what's the payout? Is it $5,000? So now we know what the cash value is. It's $1,000. Brian, was that your chick? So $1,000. Now you know that you're able to get her. Hey, baby girl, you ain't mad at me still, are you? Okay, I'm good. I'm a good boy now. So we got $1,000 to get as cash value. All right. So we'll go back to the company, get them off the phone, put them on mute, possibly. It depends the scenario, and just say, Mrs. Jones, at this rate, here's the bottom line. You have put $2,600 into this. You have $1,000 in cash value. You're going to continue to pay in this. It's a $5,000 policy. Damn screen. It's a $5,000 policy. You have $1,000 in cash. You put $2,600 in. They only owe you $4,000 now. So they owe you $4,000 now. Because $1,000 of it is literally yours. So here's what my suggestion is that you start over. You literally get a new product and get the $1,000 in your hand. I can do that. And all you're doing is trading up companies. In fact, you got a better A-rated company here. And you're going to get $1,000 in about 7 days. So what we'll do first, though, is we'll make sure that your policy goes through. We won't cancel anything out. All we're doing is you got to use this word. We're going to qualify you. Health questions. Mrs. Jones, you've had COPD, you have diabetes, boom, 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 boom. And this is a whole different subject. So once you guys are in, the new guys and people on here, you need to get to uniquewriters.com. And if nobody's in that site yet or having trouble getting in there, that is one of the best training sites I've ever been a part of. They got millions into that site, and you've got to use it. You got to go over and review the hell out of those videos, audio, and PDF forms. The LSW product, guys, will allow you to take something like this 9 times out of 10. Hold on, Heather. If you take LSW, which is an index universal life product, basically, it's called National Group Life, nationallife.com. Go look at that company, nationallife.com. Everybody needs to get with them. Because if I take that same situation and I'm able to get Mr. Jones $5,000 for $55, that company there is able to get him $25,000 for probably like $75. So he gets $15,000 more, and it comes with 7% interest on the cash value. Everybody needs to learn about LSW's product. It's real freaking easy, man. It's simple. It's life insurance with high interest. That's it. All you need to do is learn how to get, do the illustrations. I can have Alyssa do a complete webinar on that. In fact, we're going to do that next week or sometime this week, where she's going to call the company up. We got to do it during the weekday, guys, so I need to know when everybody's free. That'll allow us to do an illustration with LSW live, and you can hear the telephone call. It'll be very, very powerful for you. I'm typing that in right now, baby girl. Okay, here's the website, uniquewriters.com. Here's another one. There's a new one there. The unique writers one, you have to be a part of the organization to get in. You got to give them your email and address. You can call them too and ask them where the hell your site is. And go to brokers training, iibrokers.com, print out everything. But that unique writers site is it's powerful, man. It's really powerful. Your carriers do webinars, guys. You need to get a relationship built with your carriers. They need to know you on a first name basis. I want you guys to check your business avidly every day. Every morning you wake up, I want you to check your backlogs if you make sales. The first thing we need to do is get you in the house. I'm going to ask everybody a question. Jerome, I'm going to start with you. Here's a question for you, okay? I'm going to unmute you. How many leads are you prepared to buy this week?
I bought 20.
When?
Friday.
Good boy. Now, what he has to do is if you bought 20, try to get that number up a little bit. And what I'd like to do is, almost maybe next week, I was thinking about if I had time, was taking all your guys' leads and dialing a few for each one of you and try to set the appointments for you, literally get you on the home to get a start. But you could do this, Jerome. So here's what I'm going to do. Jerome, I need you to tell me if I'm Mr. Jones and you have my lead and you called me, I'm going to say hello, and you're going to say, you have a final expense lead. That's me. I'm 42 years of age. Actually, I think I'm 41. I don't know. Maybe I'm 43. Non-smoker, and I want you to set an appointment with me. Don't be worried about this because nobody on here knows how to do it anyway, including myself. I just wing it half the time, you know what I mean? So go ahead with your appointment. Take your time and just think about it. We'll go ring, ring, ring. You ask for my name first. Say, hi, is Jason there?
Hi, is Jason there?
Yes, this is Jason. Now you're going to say, hi, Jason. Wait, we'll do final expense tele-leads, okay? So we know what lead I'm thinking about 3 different leads. We'll do final expense tele-lead. What the hell is it?
I'm following up on the call that you received yesterday.
There you go. Thank you. See what I mean? Here's the correction to that. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you received yesterday. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call that you had received yesterday about that final expense information. Doing a follow-up call to the call that you had received yesterday about that final expense information. Keep going. I'm the guy that handles your area.
Okay, I'm the agent who handles your area,
Even better.
And I'll be in the area next Tuesday.
Okay, you need to continue. Don't stop there. You need to give me a time.
Well, I'll be in the area next Tuesday at between 9 and 4. Would 2 o'clock be good for you?
There you go. Nail it down. So they know that your long haul's 9 to 4. Your short, trying to groove it in, is 2 p.m. I'm going to throw a curveball at you. No, that time does not work for me.
Well, I do have one at 10 in the morning. Would that work?
That would work better.
Okay,
now, let's stop.
great.
We need to get Mrs. Jones involved. So I need you to ask, am I married?
Are you married?
Yes, I am. Okay, can Mrs. Jones be there too?
Okay, will Mrs. Jones be there too at 10?
Absolutely, yeah. I'll make sure that she's here.
Okay.
And I want you to go like this in there. We got that part taken care of. Now we're going to flow into what they need to know, which is the time and date again. So I want you to write it down. You're going to say, I'm writing this down in my schedule. Can you please do the same?
Okay, I'm writing this down in my schedule. 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Could you please do that also?
Yes, I'll do that too. So as you're writing it down, the last thing you're going to say is, Mr. Jones, I have this written in my schedule. I will see you at what time did we say? And my job is to say the time and date. I have this written down in my schedule. What time and day did we say, Mr. Jones?
I have this written down in my schedule. What time did we say that we were going to meet?
We said, I think I forgot. 10 a.m. on Tuesday.
Yes, that's correct. Tuesday, 10 a.m.
Thank you very much. And my name is Jerome. I'll see you at 10 a.m. on Tuesday. Literally, I'm having you drill it in. You know what I mean?
Okay. My name is Jerome, and I will see you on Tuesday at 10 a.m.
Look how many times you said it. You know what I mean? That guy's going to be there, man. I'm telling you, he's going to be there, okay? That's how you got to do it. You'll feel real good about going to that house now. You know what I'm saying? You did that perfectly. So, Heather, I need your help. Hey, Noden, you ain't getting away with this, man. I got to come over to you too, man. Heather, where are you? Oh, I got to unmute you.
I'm here.
Okay, buddy. Heather, I want to talk to you about getting you to a position where we can, well, let's say you are in the position to be in the home. So when you're sitting at the table and somebody would say to you, I can't afford it, what are you going to say to them?
Ask them if they can't afford $30 a month now, how are they going to afford their final expenses when that time comes?
There's a good one too. And Heather's pretty quick at this stuff. So that's why I choose her to do this, because even I forget this stuff and she's quick. So yes, you would say that. And you say also repeat the inflation line to them. Look, guys, you've got to understand. My job is here to make sure I present you with the opportunity of taking care of deflecting inflation, defeating inflation. If you don't do this now, tell them the price. Let's do this then. I'm going to take a look at getting you some more discounts. Here's the word discounts again. So if I said I'm going to let's just lower the price and get you less. You know, that sounds like different. I'm going to try to get you some more discounts. Let me see what I can do. Go back into your phone and get your apps up. Have them up at all times. Get them ready, or a laptop. Have them prepared and know them well so you cannot fumble around in the house. You need to play with this like a child plays with a frickin' whatever those games are called. I don't even know the names anymore. Long story short, you're going to present them with another discount. So you're going to bring it down, Heather. Bring it to $3,500. Bring it to $5,000. Maybe it was at $10,000. They can't afford it. Everybody can afford $1 a day. I don't give a shit who they are. Everybody can afford $1 a day, because you're going to tell them where their faults are. Mrs. Jones, if you just quit smoking, you'd have it. You know what I'm saying? So if you listen, let's do this. You told me you eat out three, 4 times a week. Let's eat out 1 time less, and let's get this paid for. By the way, Mrs. Jones, you're earning interest on this. This is a savings account that just happens to pay out $10,000. You know what I'm saying? So what I'm still doing, guys, I told her I was getting discounts on the other product, and I lowered it. I went right back to the other one, $10,000. Now I'm re-explaining it. Do not walk away from a home if you get an objection that the price is too high. Some of you might go, oh, you know what? I'll just talk to you later then. And that's not how this works. You're going to hurt these people. What you need to be doing is being in a position to understand that they're going to hurt themselves if they don't get this policy in place, because inflation, like Heather said. All right, Noden, you told me that you were going to be prepared to rock and roll, I guess soon, right? Was it now or late? I just muted you and you muted me back. So you're going to be ready to rock and roll real soon here. Are you prepared, or have you purchased leads yet?
Yes.
Okay, how many did you get?
I've got 20 that I purchased.
Okay, good. When?
It was a while back, unfortunately.
All right. So there's his number one problem, is the investment. And this isn't to downsize you at all. I'm helping you and helping these people. God knows that the reason may be financial for all of us. It may be lack of knowledge. It may be I don't give a shit. I got my retirement coming in, man. I'm cool. But you have to figure out what the hell the problem is, because Noden can sell this stuff. Jerome, Heather, Brian, Diane, everybody listening by phone can sell this stuff if you have these certain techniques and strategies. So Noden, you need to get on a regular lead order, okay? There are $6 leads. There's $11 and $15 leads, okay? I told you too about mortgage protection. I need to take a separate webinar and do a mortgage protection webinar because that's a whole different thing. But your premiums will be $100 to $2,000 a month. It's a freaking game changer, man. It really is. And it's a lot more fun than final expense.
Well, I went through the Unique Riders group.
Good.
Which is Legacy Life.
Yeah.
And
Right.
I'm involved in that, with the training and everything.
Good.
And,
Right.
I'm going through that. The problem I'm having is trying to get to the LSW.
Did you do contracting with them? Did you do contracting with them?
Yeah, trying to get contracted with them.
Okay.
I haven't yet.
You call them up on what the hell's today? Saturday. Call them up on Monday. Get the information that you're lacking, and then you got to contact your upline, who is Anthony.
Oh, Anthony? Okay.
I think it is, yeah. But the upline above that, you can just go to Patrick or something. I may, if I don't know if Anthony's on here, but if you can ask him to do that for you, that'd be great. At the end of the day, you've got to get that product and get well trained on it. But in the meantime, you still have Mutual of Omaha, Gerber, Prosperity. The list goes on and on. Those three alone, you can sell this final expense with. So get in the house and start selling this final expense. Everybody this week has to order 20 leads. You got to order 20 leads minimum. I'm going to be honest with you. If you're not ordering leads, this is just the honest God's truth. You might as well just quit the game. You're just not going to do anything. You're just going to sit. You're going to waste time. And, the efforts that people are giving you, if you're not purchasing leads, it's like, what are we doing here, man? I can't do anything for you if that part of the puzzle is not done. And I'm talking to you, myself, everybody. It's very important that we get those resources. If you don't like to purchase leads, by the way, or you think that it's a financial burden to pay $210 a week to attempt to eventually, it will turn out to make $1,000 a week. But you can't learn unless you're in the home. You ain't gonna get shit out of this doing what we're doing. You can get a lot of knowledge out of the webinars and things like that. Those are very powerful. But into your real life and learn how to write the apps. Everybody needs to practice writing apps. Everybody needs to practice the phones. And it takes a while. I'm not saying quit, but I am saying that without leads, failure is inevitable. You just won't make it. Everybody. So with the lead order being adjusted to 20 to 30 to 40, 60 a week, take your rent money and shove it to the leads. Take your car payment, put it on the leads. Take a shot, man. What are they going to do? So what? You get a month behind it. You can call them and tell them you come up with it later. I've done it many times. But I only want you to do that if you feel like, if Heather could do that, I would trust her in the home with 60-some leads and saying that her car payment was adjusted a little bit to get 60 leads. Brian, noting, I don't know yet because I haven't heard about you in the home yet, so I don't know if that would say go for that, but maybe half of that car payment, yeah, you know what I mean? Or liquidate stuff. Go on OfferUp and liquidate some things in the home that you don't need. OfferUp's a great app to sell shit real quick. So when we're in the home, guys, we have to be ready for everything. The objections are just real simple. I can't afford it. Okay, well, I'll tell you what we're going to do. We're going to find you more discounts, or I'm going to show you why you need to afford it. I need to ask my husband if you do a one-legger. Some people do that to you where you have the other person there that is the advisor that you ask for, somebody that helps you make important decisions, and they still need to ask somebody else. That's a tough one. So you just try to get them on the phone while you're at the house. Do everything while you're at the house. Because here's the game. When you walk out of that home, it is done. You're done. You're not getting a sale again. That's 9 times out of 10, 99% out of 100 times, you are losing a sale once you walk out the door. So why not give it everything you've got while you're there, man? Just pour out your guts and simplify this game by a couple words that I've given you. Inflation, discounts, income from the household, what's going out, shit like that, and come up with a figure. If you did numbers on yourself and you knew that you had to come up with $30 a month, you had to come up with $30 a month. You're at $2,000 a month. You got 1,500 going out the bills. You got 500 left. You know that now you can afford that 30 bucks. It's the same thing in the house. All you're doing is finding the need and then finding the resource to pay the need. And for God's sakes, these people eat out, they smoke cigarettes, they do the worst things in their lives, but they don't want to take care of their family members. It's not really true. A lot of them do, but they just need a good rep to explain it. Look, all this isn't negative. I'm giving you the worst case scenario. A lot of these people are very joyful that you're there. I mean, you don't ever really walk into a home saying, look, first of all, if they said, come to my house, they accepted the fact. They know that you're coming to offer something that's going to cost them a few bucks if you're walking through that door. So what you have to find is the most discounts. When you use that word, man, and teach them about inflation, you're gold. You're really a golden child to them. And you want to be the life rep forever. Stay in the game forever. Let's go over, Brian, do you have any questions about anything? Nothing stupid. We're all new, man. Nothing can be retarded, dumb. Brian's new, guys, so he's not new to the game of sales, but he worked at, I think, Cemetery. Where'd you work at anyway? Cemetery? Were you at Cemetery?
Can you hear me? I'm on the phone. Can you hear me?
Yeah. Were you at Cemetery Financial?
No, it was the Leisure Group.
Oh, Leisure.
Remember,
Yeah. Right. I got it. Okay. So any questions that you may have, Brian, anything that we can help with?
There's a ton of questions. The little bit I did do, I ran into obviously money injections, but kind of the thing that I have a question about is mortgage protection, because that's what I was mostly doing, was the people were too old and the mortgage amounts were real high, and it's like they couldn't possibly afford that amount.
Okay, well, I'll tell you why. You didn't have LSW, National Life Group, right?
No.
Okay. The biggest reason why the failure rate was high was because, one, you're new to it, too. You didn't have this particular product and Mutual of Omaha's GUL. You're taught to term everything out 9 times out of 10 on this stuff when I use whole life. I use whole life that comes with high percentage rates. So when you're selling term, Brian, I'm able to get, how the hell is this? I'm able to get them more cash value for the same amount. However, and sometimes let's say you're at $100,000 in term product. I can walk in with a $50,000 whole life and I show them the cash values and the living benefits. And I've won people over by saying, I'd rather you keep the money in the house than have a death benefit of $100,000 go out the door. You need your cash. Later on, you have cash accumulation. You may need it. The house blows up, the car gets stolen, whatever the case may be, you're always going to need money, as the past has proven. So all you had was the lack of a new product, I think, really. And some techniques I'll give you out in the field.
Like you said, pretty much they were pushing the term products. The whole life seemed to be more expensive. So it's just a matter, like you said, not having the right products. But it seemed like very reputable.
You don't fear I don't fear when other, like you guys may fear premiums, and I've sold $2,000 a month premiums, literally, a lot. And I've sold $300 a lot. I've sold $500 a lot. And those premiums don't scare me because it's just a need, man. And if we don't fill that need versus the term that says, I'm okay with ROP, return of premium term, but think about their investment. You take $100 a month and you multiply that by the next 20, 30 years. And if their health is good, I mean, you just had them spend $20, $30, $40,000 without interest being earned on something they'll never have. So talking them out of it is using interest that they won't earn and money that they could have had in the bank. Term means terminate. Now, if they're younger, it's more affordable. Maybe go ahead, but always put some kind of whole life program in place to take care of that when it's dead and gone. So there's 2 avenues you need to do, is depend on the age. I know if they're a higher age, here's what you need to do. You need to depend on the law of large numbers, which means you got to keep your lead flow coming in. You're going to run into people that are 80 years of age and just don't have the money, but here's what you could have done. When I sell mortgage protection, I sell back end, which means whatever's left on the home in 20, 30 years, I want that to be covered for a year or 2 to buy them time to get the equity back out of the home. I need to add up what the equity is. What's the appraisal on the home? Compared to what they purchased the home for, let's say somebody buys a house for $100,000 and the appraisal is $105,000. There's already $5,000 in equity to be lost if the wife basically can't afford to stay there. So what you need to do, Brian, is add up the numbers again to find out, can Mrs. Jones actually afford to stay here when Mr. Jones passes away? And sometimes they can, sometimes they don't. But you need to know that. And that's where the questionnaire, I got to put a questionnaire together for you guys. I really do. So, you know what I mean? So like the questionnaire that I ask in the house. If you just follow this and put it in, laminate this damn thing and follow it, I'm guarantee you'll wipe this thing. You'll hit these balls out of the park every time. So what you'll see me do in the house, Brian, is turn everything around on them in a way where it's helpful. So you'll be okay with that once you get it. You need a new product though too. So who else? Who has the telephone number? 352-551-8561.
It's me.
Who's me?
Who's me? Your favorite rep.
All right, that's Christy. Christy, any questions, babe? Come on, fire them out.
Not yet. Everything seems to be good. I'm just going over. I'm waiting on my leads to come in and get them set. I got everything else down so far. I'm still studying some of the products, though.
All right, I took Christy out into the field. We went to the hood. It was literally 92 degrees in this home in the hood. We had sold it. We had run into a young little black girl that bobbed her head around. She wanted me out of this house, dude. I mean, she was trying to throw this white boy out. And then I just got on her good side. You know, I started patting her on the back. I started saying things like, you know, calm down. I'm here to help. Her brother walks through the door and states to me, she's out of her mind. Don't worry about her. So we and her cooled it down. You never know what you're going to run into when you're in a home. I'm a city boy, man. I've seen it all. I really have. And I've seen a lot of things. So when I go into the hood like that, I'm prepared for, you know, that type of scenario. And all she was thinking about was protecting her mother in the wrong way, though. She didn't have any idea. When you walk into these homes, you got to get the permission of the individual that you want to work with. So I asked her mother, do you want me to stay? She said, stay. Don't worry about her. And we had sold a product and we took one off the table that she had that she thought was in place. She thought she had 2 policies in place. She only had one, and the cash value was killed because she chewed up the cash value. She took loans out of the product, and the cash value, she had 3 years left on the policy she thought she had for the rest of her life. So I was able to sell a product there in that scenario and get that deal taken care of. And then we did a few more deals that day. It's 412-403-2674. Give me a shout out. What's up? Who's on there? Let me unmute you. Who's that? Matthew.
Jason, what's up?
My man. We got a Pittsburgh boy here leaving. What's he leaving? You leaving Lincoln? Who you leaving?
I've been left Lincoln. Left Lincoln, man. It's Chelsea's life insurance.
So, any questions that you may have, buddy?
No. I mean, I was listening since about 9 o'clock this morning. I really don't have any questions, you know.
Okay, good. So if he doesn't have any questions, here's what I expect from Matthew. $20,000 a week. Because he doesn't have any questions, so I would assume he's a $20,000 a week rep. Right, bro?
Nah, you missed it. I'm like 40.
Man. So listen, if you do have
low.
I want you to come up with situations that you may have next week. And I know I applaud you guys for doing these things. You know, we need to get these questions out. So if you guys don't ask me the questions, I'm waiting for somebody to stump me on something that I could run into that I can't answer. I really would love to try that. And I'll pay you $100 if you stump me.
Okay, Jason?
Yeah.
That's good.
Yes, Jerome.
One of the phone calls I made the past week was ran into a disabled vet, and I could not get past his objection saying that I'm covered. I'm a disabled vet and I got everything that they're offering. And I'm thinking, I know that that's not right, but I can't talk for facts.
No, right. And I'm telling you that that's a great situation, because all of you are going to run into it. When you run into the know-it-alls, you're going to situate yourself in a position to become the educator in a soft manner, or maybe a stronger manner. You may want to say, look, I deal with vets all the time, daily basis. I got 1,000 in my file cabinet. I'm telling you right now, all this is information. Look, he filled the card out. He said yes on the phone. Why did you say yes at the time that, why did he say yes? Why did he accept it? Listen to the recording too. If you get a recording on these things and you get somebody that's tough on you, listen to the recording and listen to who they are on the recording. Imagine if we could get the lead at the time that they're saying yes. That's what I'm trying to get people to invent. Get it right to our phone immediately. You know what I'm saying? So at the end of the day, Jerome, here's what you can do. Mr. Jones, I understand you're a vet. I applaud you for saving me in this country, being a vet. Thank you very much. At the end of the day, here's the deal. I'm going to be right down the street. I'll be honest with you. I'll tell you what I'll do. I'll bring a $10 gift card if you just take a look at this. I'm just trying to get you the information that I know you need. And it's very important that you have this information. So does 2 p.m. work for you again? Right? Remember, everything that you say, you got to go right back into the appointment. Boom. Is that lottery tickets noted? Somebody in Illinois just woke up today and won $277 million from the Florida lottery or some shit, or the Powerball. Diane, wake up, girl. Time to ask a question, Diane.
Okay.
What you need, buddy? Tell me what I can do for you this week. How can we help you?
I actually wish I knew. I'm trying to figure out what I can do to help myself.
All right, well, here's an answer. You need to invest your time on paper. I want you to write down 8 a.m. all the way to 9 p.m. All right? All you do is, here's where you're wasting your time by giving excuses to yourself. I want you to write what you do every 15 minutes. Tell yourself what you do every 15 minutes of the day. If you're lying to yourself that you don't have any time, I can guarantee you separate 15 minutes at a time, you'll find time for everything. You'll be able to work out, eat, read books, do videos. Diane, your lack of education is the most harmful thing for you at this point. But the good news is that part can be fixed. That's why you're on here. So what you need to do is get on a daily schedule. Every day you need to mark it in your schedule, Diane, to sacrifice time right now to get educated on these products and programs that we have out there. Okay, that means to get on the Unique Writers site. I posted a chat up, Diane. Did you see it?
Yes, I got it.
Okay, you got to get in with those situations, and you must watch. Guys, if you just watch a video a week, everybody's trying to rush this, and I'm going to be honest with you. Some people can get it real quick. They understand people. So what I did when I first went out is I just went into the home. I didn't have any idea what I was selling. I had no idea how to do anything. I really did. Somebody showed me a sheet with numbers on it, and I would just write an app up, not thinking that they were graded or anything. Everybody was good to me. I'd write it up, go back, they'd look at it, and say, it's either good or bad. But I would sell a policy or two a week just to get by, and then reinvest half into leads. Diane, if somebody handed you 100 leads a week, and you were able to dial 100 leads a week and set 10 appointments and sell 5 at $1,000 each, that's $5,000 a week. And, your investment was, what is that investment? It is, let's see, 2, 4, 6, 8, 10. That's $1,000 investment for a $5,000 return, and you made $4,000 out of it. So there's another lack of noting. Diane, all of you need to get your lead orders in. Tell me what the fear is of pulling the trigger. Does anybody tell me why they wouldn't buy leads? Why? Does anybody explain to me why you're not buying leads? Does anybody got the balls to really tell me?
Okay, I will. Am I still unmuted?
Go ahead.
Okay. Well, Mainly because I bought 3 lead orders in June, and I guess it's all my fault, but I didn't sell anything. In July, I sold 1, and then it got canceled. So it's like I keep pulling good money and throwing it at these leads, and I have yet to really get any money for me. If I get lead money back and gas money, I feel lucky. I'm definitely putting in the time. I'll call in the morning, then I'll call at 2 or 3, then I'll call in the evening.
Yes.
Yesterday, I had one appointment at 11, and I door knocked till almost 7 at night. After I get off this training today, I'm going to go door knock a few others.
Good, but Diane, I want you to tell me what you're saying on the phone. So we're going to ring the phone right now. I need you to wing this with me. Don't be afraid. Everybody's new to this too, okay? So I want you to ring. My name's Jason. I'm a 42-year-old male non-smoker. You have my lead in front of you, and you're going to call me. Here's what you're going to say. You're going to say, hi, is Jason there?
Oh, yeah. Hi, is Jason there?
Yes, this is Jason. Then you're going to say, hi, my name's Diane. Do you know the script? Let me hear it.
I think I do.
Okay, go ahead, buddy.
I'm following up on the phone call you received the other day concerning final expenses. Do you remember that?
Oh, yeah, I do. No, I want you to, don't say the other, well, yours could be older, right? So you're saying the other day. I got it. Yeah, that was good. Okay, yes, I remember that.
Okay, my name's Diane. I'm the agent assigned to you in your area, and my job is to follow up and give you all the information and help you out.
Okay.
So I will be in your area on Monday. Is 9 o'clock good for you?
9 a.m. is good for me. Yes, works great.
Okay, great. Well, I'm looking forward to meeting you, Jason. So that's Monday at 9 o'clock.
Let's hold on a second.
Okay.
So we need to know, all right, Mr. Jones. Jason, are you married? Say that.
Okay, yeah. Jason, are you married?
Yes, I am.
Will your wife be available then too?
Yeah, she'll be here too. Now we have to go into putting it into your schedule, Diane. So you have to say, I'm writing this down into my schedule.
Okay, I'm writing this down in my schedule. That was
the same.
That was Monday at what time?
That was Monday at, actually I forgot. I've been talking to you on back and forth, so I really did.
I think it was 9 a.m.
Okay.
Okay, so will you put that in your schedule too, please?
Yes, I will. And then I want you to repeat it one more time, Diane. Before you hang up, you're going to say, okay.
Okay, looking forward to meeting you Monday at 9 o'clock.
Boom. That person will be there. If you do it like that, your problem is you're not getting people on the phone.
Exactly.
Okay, that's because they're older. Those have to, I need you to put DK on top of them. That means, that means door knock. You're literally, I challenge you to sell 3 policies this week by door knocking. Go to Google Maps, put them in, and adjust them to the route that you need necessary. Have you ever used Google Maps?
Yes.
Use the Google Maps. Go to their door, Diane. You're good at what you just said. I would invite you to my house. Did she sound good, guys? Everybody hear that? We give her a little, yeah, everybody's saying yes. Okay, great. So when you get to the door, Diane, what do you do?
Well, you know, I am new at that. I've only door knocked maybe a dozen, but yesterday I did 3. Two no answer. The other one was a daughter, and she said,
"Where's your stickers at?"
Pardon me?
Where's your stickers at?
In my bag.
Okay, so you're putting your stickers on the door, and
but I've never had anybody call me back yet.
I want you to put missed delivery on it.
Okay.
Right, missed delivery.
Okay.
Everybody, write missed delivery on those. Watch how many people call you back. You need to go to every single house and do that.
Okay.
And once you get a cycle, I know guys that just door knock, and they go around riding around, listening to jams. They go to doors, beat on it, they show them their signature. They show them the lead. They remind them, write down their favorite color, Diane, if it's on there. That's the thing that makes them remember that they had that telephone call because they're older leads. I promise you, if you go door knock all these, there's something inside there. Plus the practice alone. You know how many door knocks? I've done thousands of door knocks. I'm sick to my stomach to do them, but I keep going chasing this down, Diane, because it's an addicting thing, because inside you, you know you can do it. You know that there's somebody else just like Diane doing it. I know you can do it because I've met women doing it. Okay? Now, all you're lacking is resources and the ability to sell in house. Diane, you're inside the house. You walk through the door. Tell me what you say. Table. Find a table to go.
Yeah, find a table, and I will look around. I'll make comments on some
Diane,
furniture.
I want you to say it, hon. I want you to say, Mrs. Jones or Jason, we're going to go over to this table over here.
Okay. Okay, Jason. I'm glad to meet you. How about we go sit at that table over there? I have a lot of information to bring up.
Don't use the word a lot.
Okay.
Okay, I have your information.
I have your information.
Place to lay it out. Keep things simple. That's
Okay.
good that you said this because it's coming out now and you can correct it. And I want you to practice the new way to do it. When you sit at the table, find a seat. Just kind of nudge around the table, find a chair, pull it out, say, Mr. Jones, is this the captain's seat? If it is, then I'll sit somewhere else. But do not have them on two sides of you. If you're sitting in the middle of the table, at the head of the table, and somebody sits on the left and right of you, that's bad. Get them to line up next to you, okay, down to the right side of you or down to the left side of you. And make sure if somebody's sitting on the couch watching TV, I want the TV turned off. Take the controller. Take control of the house. Get them to turn the TV down. You should hear Alyssa say it. Miss Jones, can you please have them turn the TV off? Like the dude's watching his favorite football game, and he knows to get up now. It's very important. It's that important, okay? So get the TV off. Tell them to take control. Get Mr. Jones at the table. Here's what you're going to do. You're going to write their names at the top of a piece of paper. You're going to ask for their ages again, just to confirm. You're going to say, oh, I have some rapport building to do in your own mind, Diane. And what would that be like?
That would be like that.
I'm not question. I don't understand. Go ahead. What's some rapport building to strategies? Anybody got some strategies for Diane to talk about things? Heather, what would Diane do inside a home to talk about rapport? How do you build rapport to the point of trust? Take over for me, Heather, for a minute. I got to go get a drink. Can you do that for me?
Yeah.
All right, I'll be right back.
You can start out by asking them, like, have they lived in the area, how long they've lived in the area, and like they'll start going into that, and just give them open-ended questions. Don't give them just yes or no questions. Give them something that will cause them to elaborate and think and open up to you a little bit, such as like family. You can ask about their family. If you see pictures around, you can ask them, do they have a lot of family that lives close by? I mean, I know that's a yes or no question, but usually once you get them on one, they'll continue talking once you ask them something else. You can ask them about their profession. If they still work or if they are retired, you can ask them about what they did, because a lot of people are proud of that and they like to talk about it. Some people don't, but a lot of people do.
Yeah.
Things that get them to talk to you about things that they don't talk about on an everyday basis.
That's
And
right.
things that people don't ask them about on an everyday basis, and they actually appreciate it.
That's powerful, man, what you just said, because that's actually true. That's the stuff they want to talk about, nobody talks about to them. If you remember that one key strategy right there, you're going to hit some home runs, Diane. You got to be the best. Diane, have you read any of John C. Maxwell's books?
No.
You need to start today. Or the videos on YouTube, guys, you can lay back in your bed and put a video on a day. Take 5 minutes, wake up 30 minutes earlier every day and watch a video or read a chapter. If you do these powerful strategies that other successful people have, you will frickin' win this game, man. You will win this. You will be a powerful rep, and you will make a six-figure income. What do you do with a six-figure income? What are some of the things you could buy or do? Help your family out, be charitable, tithe, whatever. But I don't even do this for the money. I do it for the game. My mind's so sick every time I've ever built a company that it's not even about the money, because that part's just part of it. But I go after the numbers. I say to myself, I will not leave this field until I sell 3 people today. I don't care if I got to go to a mall to do it. I don't know what I got to do to come up with this strategy, but I'm selling. And that's what, and if I don't hit the number, at least I shot for the stars. you know? So goal-oriented is what you need to be. Diane, inside that house, you are sitting down at that table and you're qualifying people. You're using words like discounts, okay? I'm going to qualify you for as many discounts as I can today, Mrs. Jones. And in the meantime, do you have any life insurance or do you have a retirement plan? I'm only asking so I can protect you from inflation in the future. What do you have in place now, Mrs. Jones? We have a $10,000 whole life policy on him, on me, and I have nothing. So here's a reverse, because you're usually trying to cover the guy for the girl. So she has nothing, he has something. My girl's, I'm not going to give you a real age. We'll say she's 40, so it'll make her feel good. And then what we'll do, she'd kill me if I gave her a real age, huh? Melissa. So she has $0 on her. This guy's, I'm paying, literally, I'm with MetLife. I'm paying $30 a month for this $10,000. So what can you do here, Diane?
Oh, hopefully get you more coverage, more face value.
Did you hear the word that she said?
Hopefully.
Oh, here you go, buddy.
I knew it as soon as I said it. I was wrong.
You know me, and it's all about the positive mental attitude. I need everybody across this screen to have PMA every day. PMA, positive mental attitude. One time when I was a trainer, Brian, I'm going to tell this story, Diane, I'm going to come back to you. I was a trainer in Alabama. As you know, I used to travel for personal training a lot. And I'm inside there, and I got this group of cancer patients. And they're doing chemo, like during the week. But they're coming to train with me, too. These are very sick people that shouldn't be training. They're bald heads, the whole 9 yards. And they do a newscast on me, like a paper, write me up in a paper. And they say, how did you do it? Like, what are you doing to these people? I said, I'm using PMA. And they said, what's PMA? I said, I'm giving everybody positive mental attitude. So if you wake up in the morning before you put your feet on the ground, know that you are in control of that day all the way through, man. You can control that day. So back to the story, which is, she is 40 years old. She has nothing on her. I have $10,000 for $30. Your job is this, Diane. You are to do this. You are to get me a better product if you can, and you're to get her a product in general. So you're doing numbers. 3 of the best options. LSW would be perfect for this age. I'll tell you why. If you got younger people, cash value's high. If you got younger people, the face amount is killer. Compared to a $10,000 policy of $30 with this, if I use LSW, this policy would be $25,000 for $30. That's how powerful it is. So, and it comes with living benefits too. Everybody needs to get with LSW again. So Diane, you're selling me the policy, you're qualifying me. You're going over the questionnaire, asking all the questions, and you're asking, everybody got to get medication out and learn your medication. If you don't, Google the medication inside the house, all right? Google medication and know what it's for. So if they're a diabetic, they're good. Prosperity will take diabetics, pay your full commission on graded, modified too. Remember, Prosperity pays you full commission on graded and modified products too. So it's kind of cool. What else you need to do is get prepared for any objections about this situation. The objections are very simple, guys. They are about money. They are about money. Basically, it's always about the money at the end of the day. So let's get that objection out of the way real quick, and they can afford it, everybody. So Diane, you're signing the deal. That's not fair. Go out, please. You're signing the deal with them, and you're getting the app written up. You're signing the deal. You close me on the deal, okay? You're at the end. What do?
Ask for the references.
Referrals.
Referrals.
That's right. If you get references out of me, they're not going to be too good. I don't want to give you all that shit. That's not good. So we got to get referrals. I have the ERS system. I gave to Jerome and a couple other people. Emergency response. Fill that out. Get referrals. You're going to give each individual a $10 gift card if they purchase. All right. So when you get to the door, what you're going to say to Mrs. Jones, I'm going to give you a $10 gift card, and I'm going to give your aunt a $10 gift card. And if they purchase, slide it in there real quick. If they purchase. Okay. So that's what you do. That's an in-home presentation, Diane. So Diane needs to work on this in-home, as we all do. I am still practicing too. I want to go over this. Brian, you have actually been in a home to sell mortgage protection, and you have sold mortgage protection, right? Have you sold a deal?
Yes, can you hear me?
Yeah, I can hear it.
Yeah, Donna, it's learning on job training, but what I'm experiencing just now. See, Jason and I first hooked up. I'm originally from Pittsburgh, and he said he was going to move to Florida, and just things didn't work out at the time. But I was kind of excited because he's going to take me by the hand and learn his business. So what he's giving us right now, it's on point, man. This is great training. It's just over and over, repetition, and just learning your products. I'm sitting there going, gosh, I know this, but this is better than the training I got with a company I was working out of North Carolina with. And
thank you very much for that. I appreciate that.
Very nice.
It's real. I'm excited, but I'm like, damn, I want to go through this fast, but I know it's a process, but we'll get there fast enough.
Yeah, well, you're going to move faster and slower now, because we have to move at a pace, though, that is only in front of us what we give ourselves. That means, like, when you order leads, that's as fast as you can move. You can't move any faster than a lead order. So if you don't have that in place, why not take advantage of education? This whole system, this is constant education. But it's such a blast when you're able to go in there, man, and make these deals with people and then walk away. And I asked Alyssa, so what we make on that deal? And she's like, 14 grand. I'm like, well, we've been there 2 hours. You know, it's like, you're able to get to a point where you got to remember, guys, I didn't have any idea. I swear to God, I sucked at this. I went to homes. I was being trained by somebody at American Income Life. He would pass the ball to me to talk to the people. And I'd be like, so you need life insurance, right? You know, I didn't even know what to say. It was horrifying to me. And it took a lot of years and a lot of training like this. This is what I did weekly. Finally, I found somebody that did this every single week. And that's what he did. He was a believer in books. Leaders are readers. He's a believer in education, leadership, things like that. And you guys got to play the role of a leader to yourself and to others. And you get inside these books, dive inside them, get on the videos, put them in your headset, go to the gym, don't listen to music, listen to somebody that's going to educate you in this business. If you Google on YouTube, life insurance sales training, there's sales training. You can listen to it. You know what I mean? I have all this shit recorded. You can listen to all these. And I want to go over, let's see here. Who can I get? Christy, I want you now, girl. We're going to do 2 more, guys, and then I'll let you go. Just hang in there for you. I'm going to give Christy an in-home scenario. Christy, I'm 42 years of age. I am married. Call me first. Let's go ring, ring.
Hi, is Jason there?
Yes, I'm Jason.
Hi, Jason. This is Christy. I'm doing a follow-up call to the call you received the other day about final expense information. Do you remember that?
Oh, my God, is she good?
Fabulous.
My training
I
worked.
trained you good, girl.
Okay, she fired that.
Yes, you did.
I still couldn't say them words like she just did a week ago. So this is really, she's doing you can tell she's up on this shit. Yeah. So, okay, yeah, I'm here, but I'm good. I'm here.
Right. You remember that? I'm the agent who handles your area, and I'll be in your area on Monday at 10 a.m. Will you and Mr. or Mrs. Jason be there?
Yeah, we'll be here. Yes, we'll be here.
Okay, good. Let me come. First of all, I got a couple questions for you. I got to confirm your address. Your address is such and such and such and such. Is that correct?
I'm going to throw you off a little bit. That's fantastic what you brought up, because, guys, you all need to confirm the address on these leads. They can be bad leads. Remember, we're dealing with avatars sometimes, and people from the Philippines that making these calls, sometimes you never know what the situation is, and they could be bad addresses. You need to write down this confirm address, confirm the address. Go ahead, Christy, great job.
Okay, cool. Let me see. Both of you will be there. I already asked you that. Okay.
Write it
All
down.
right, I confirmed the address. Okay, Jason, I'm writing this down in my schedule. Would you do me a favor and write it down so that way nobody, I don't surprise you when I show up at the door?
Yeah, sure, I'll do that right now. Okay, and then.
Okay, great. And we said that we'd meet you Monday at 10 a.m. Is that correct?
You got it. That's right. Okay, my name
Okay,
is Christy.
great.
I'll see you at. Just say
Right, and then they'll say Monday at 10.
There you go, and then you say goodbye.
Okay.
Yeah. So
And then, yep.
I train people to repeat the time and date and have the individual sometimes repeat it back if you remember to do that. But and then I'm going to throw an objection at you, Christy, because you got the phones down. You know them parts. I'm going to go in the house with you. You're at the door. You're going in the home. Where are you looking to go? Where do you want to go when you're in the home?
Is there a table that we can sit at so that I can lay out the information for you?
Yes, there is. Let's. Why don't you point at the table? This is taking massive control. Let's sit right over there. That'll be great. And applaud them. That's a nice place. Let's go over there. You know? Go on the lanai, whatever. But anyway, yeah, good job, Christy. So we're sitting at the table. Yes, honey, we've been through that already, baby dear. So, Christy, we're at the table. We're going to go through this. Alyssa wants me to remind you why we don't sit at the couches is because that is too comfortable of a position for people, and that's where they feel the most in control. They spend more time there than they do at an uncomfortable dining room table, and it's more business visual to sit at a dining room table and spread your paperwork out than it is to sit on a couch where they're in control. You need to have massive control in the home. Christy, you're at the table. I want you to start building rapport to the point of trust with me.
Okay. I seen that you have a bike sitting out front. How long have you been riding the bike?
Oh my God!
Just anything.
8 years now, man. I bought that Harley a while back. Why? You busy?
Oh, great! My husband too rides bike.
I'm playing with her. Go ahead, buddy.
Okay.
Oh yeah, I was like, Christy, do you mind if I take you for a ride later? Is that cool? Can I take you for a ride later on my bike? Because as females, you may run into this situation. How do you handle it?
Sorry.
I would just say, no, I'm a little too scared for all that, but I like my feet on the ground, but thank you for the offer.
There you go. And move right back into your situation because you may run into that. You never know. So go ahead.
Right. Okay, and then first of all, we need to find out I don't know how I would say it without making them come across as I was being rude and asking them about their money situation. So how would I start that out?
Here's what we want to do first. You want to grab your piece of paper. You're going to put their names on top of that sheet of paper. It's separated by two sides each side. You're going to ask, is your age 42, Jason? Ask me my age.
Gotcha, okay. Got your ages and hers. Are you smokers?
Christy, it's very important that these people learn in a way where you're saying it. Jason, is your age 42? Go ahead and say it.
Gotcha, okay. Yep, Jason, your age is 42?
Yes, it is, yes. And then I want you to ask
Okay. And your wife's age?
She's 40.
So she's 40 years young. Okay, great.
Now,
do we have any life insurance in place? Is there anything that you have set aside already to cover?
Yeah, I have a policy, I believe, Christy. I have a $50,000 term product, and Alyssa has $10,000 in whole life.
In whole life, okay. Do you know with who the policy's with?
Mine is with a company called, let's just use Mutual of Omaha, and Alyssa's is with National Group Life, LSW.
Okay, well, great. I can also carry both of those products. So let's see if we can beat that number for you, and let's try to see what you've got covered and what you've got in cash value on those policies.
Okay, great. But here's which I want you to add in there is because of the need, we're going to try to find the need, and I'm going to try to find out how many more years is on that term product too. So I want you to start focusing on the term product and make it a negative situation for them without saying it a negative situation.
Right. Okay, I understand.
So focus on my term product. Find a way to do that. You can take your time too. This isn't a rush thing. This is a game changer for everybody listening. So $50,000 in term. How long is that term product for?
Okay, I'm writing it down as you're telling me.
I want you to keep me flowing and ask me that. So because this is being recorded, I want people to understand that.
Right, right. Okay, we need to find out how long your term policy is for.
Okay. You want to find out how long my term product is for.
Yep. You have the policy handy where we could call and find out?
I do have a copy of it. Alyssa, can you go grab the...
Okay, if you get that out for me, we could call them and find out and see how long exactly that term is for.
Well, I want you to first, before you go there, I want you to know the premium too. But that was good. But I want you to know the premium too.
Okay. Okay.
So premium
is,
as well. It's $50,000 on a young cat. Let's just say it's $75 a month.
Okay.
You know Alyssa's premium yet?
No, I need hers as well on the whole.
Well, get it out of me.
Will I find that information out on the policy that they have, like on the paper policy that they have if they bring it to me?
That's a good thing that you brought up because the exact numbers are there and you guys want to review these policies because the numbers that they may give you may be off. So what she brought up is the fact that if I do have the product there and I'm willing to give it to you, that we can review it. The only thing that may stump this situation is if somebody said, you know, something like, if I stump you like this, you may run into this. You know what? I'm just interested in getting a number out of you. Do you mind just like, can we just like give me a number on life insurance and then we can move on, or do you really need to do this?
Well, yeah, because I want to see if we can, you know, maybe get you some discounts or maybe get you some more cash value out of the policy than what you're getting now. Would you like to see if we could do that and maybe save you $1,000 or so?
Yeah, if you could save me $1,000, that'd be great. That would be wonderful. Yeah, okay, I'm down now. Okay, let's go. So what you're going to do now, you have that information, you have the product in there. I want you to look at Alyssa's cash value sheet. So your next step is to find the cash value in cash value. If she has whole life, I want you to find the premium and look at her cash value sheet inside the policy. This $50,000 term comes with no cash value. So I want you to add the 75 up, multiply it by 12 months. That's how much they pay a year. And then I want you to times that by how many years I have the policy. And I want you to write that number real big. So 75 times.
So that way they can see how much they're spending per year.
That's exactly. Well, over the year, but also the entire ride of the policy, which is $820, I think, times 30. It's $25,000 you're going to spend on something that 9 times out of 10, though they won't receive due to the fact of beating the odds. So the two options are is to look at Alyssa's cash value. If she's had it for many years, we can get her a new program because we have products that are going to be the same amount because she's only 40 and you're able to get her the cash value. So I want you to ask Alyssa and I if we would like to if we need any money at the moment.
Okay, if there's, yeah, would you or Alyssa like to have a little bit of extra money if we can get into this policy and see just exactly how much you've already invested and what your return is?
Yes, that I would take a look at that and just say, make sure you're informing them real correctly though. They need to know what you're talking about in a sense where you have to say, we're going to look inside the cash value and just see what you've accumulated over these years. Because at the end of the day, what you'll write down, I'll say you have a $10,000 policy. You've had it for 5 years. You've invested it. How much is her premium? Let's say it's $40 a month. So she has, so what is it, 600, so it's like $600 or $500 a month, a year. And then multiply that times, it's $2,000 anyway. So over 5 years. Here's what I'm trying to get at is if I take that $10,000 that the company owed her the first day that she spent the 40, and I subtract $2,000 from it, the company only owes her $8,000 now. Doesn't it make sense to take the cash value of, could it be 500 to $1,000 out and start over again and then your job is to try to find her more for the same amount. You guys are always trying to find more for the same amount or the same amount for the same amount, but get the cash value out, okay? So the term product here, you have at $75 a month. You already know I got $25,000 invested. I need you to add 7% to that a year and multiply that by 30 years. That's how much interest they lose on the 25. So you can make the number look bigger, guys, if you choose to. So, Christy, move on past that. You've got my information. You have the policies. You know the cash value now. So your next step is to
try to find out their medical so that we call the carrier. Right. Get the information from them, make sure it's confirmed on how much the cash value is, that kind of stuff. Once I get that, then
make that call to the carriers. You need to know what to say. So you're going to say, hi, my name's Christy. I'm doing a policy review for Jason Ferrero. He's one of your clients there. And all we need to know is we need to know about the product, what he has, if it comes with living benefits, when's the term up premium, things like that. He's here for, I'll give you a couple minutes. I'm going to end this, okay? Okay, I'm going to end this because people got to go. I'm going to end it after Christy. So what the hell was I saying? He has a term.
We need to find out the premium level, right? Make sure it's level. What's the cash value?
Right. No, she hit a point, guys. Listen to this. Term products, 9 times out of 10, can go up every 5 years, and they just don't tell you that. Colonial Penn and MetLife and people like that go up every 5 years. All those products you see on TV, their term products go up every 5 years due to the cost of insurance going on the rise. Remember, inflation hits everything, okay? So yes, very good. And then what you're going to do is continue. I need to separate this so everybody understands where you're going, the things you understand, others may not. So keep going. I'm just going to shut up and let you go.
Okay, we see if we can trade it in or see if we can get you cash and maybe start over with the new product so that way it puts money in your pocket and the new policy will continue.
Okay, great. So now you'll move into getting the carrier to say what you need them to say, which is this product goes up every 5 years if it does, and then you need to tell the client that the product ends at age 70, okay? So Mrs. Jones, what are you going to do at 70? You won't have any life insurance. So at the end of the day, you're going to do the questionnaire, fill that out, know the medications, and get these people sold. Good job. Everybody, thank you very much. Does anybody have any final questions in the last couple minutes that we have here? I'm cool. I'll go another 3 hours, guys. Don't play with me. I will keep going. So anybody have any questions? Jerome, Diane, excuse my French too. I just get a little. Noden, order your leads, buddy, and get that in the mix. And I promise you, like Jerome called me before he went out to the sale. But here, before you do, order your leads again, okay? Get some more. Take a shot with me. And then I'm going to go over LSW with you guys this week. I'm going to pick a day and time. Whatever I choose, you're going to have to mold yourself around it. I'm sorry. Get on that webinar with us. And then everybody find out where your LSW, it's called nationallife.com. It's called National Group Life is the name of the company. Nationallife.com. You guys trust me on this product. Diane, I need you reading a chapter a day and watching 1 video a day. Heather, I need you to milk somebody for some cash and get a loan to get some products in front of you, some resources. I don't care what you got to do, man. You know, just find a way to get some cash together. Maybe you have some cash right now. I don't know.
I have appointments today.
Oh, my God. Let's leave her on live. Let's go. Put your shit on speaker. I want to hear you inside the house.
Actually, I have questions about inside the one house today because I'm gonna probably have an issue. I don't know if I can really do anything for this guy.
Let's do it. That's fine.
He's 81 and he's got a total of 12,000 in coverage with 3 different policies. He's paying like 130 a month.
Okay, wait. He has 3 policies. He's paying 130 total a month, and he has $12,000 in coverage.
Right.
All right. One of the first things you're going to do is go into the cash value. Yeah, go ahead. This is a perfect scenario for you guys to learn something, because this guy has 3 policies. What we're going to do is take all 3 off the table, and she's going to use that premium of 130. Now, if he has her coming out, he knew he was going to spend more money. So you could take that bad boy up to $150, $200 if you're good. So she's sitting on a
Oh my goodness.
deal that's worth $1,500.
Sorry about that.
Okay, so you have a deal right now that is worth $1,500 to you, okay, and more. So what I would do is I would use the 130 to get you see, you don't have LSW, and I don't know his health.
Yeah, I do.
You know his health? Oh, you do? Okay.
Yep.
So you're going to need to do an illustration. If you need to do an illustration, I need you to call Alyssa, okay? And she'll do an illustration for you. And even if you got to do it later, somehow, some way, there's got to be a way to do an illustration. Usually you do it on Saturdays, a bad day because some companies are closed. So she may have a tough time changing his policies out. That's why I don't go out on Saturdays. I just don't believe in Saturdays sales because no companies are open. So, but while you're out there, Heather, you need to take care of this in a way where you're going to show him inside his policies what he's got going on cash value wise. That's the biggest number you can come up with is show the cash value. Now, some of them may be term or accidental, so you're going to run into a jam there. No cash value. Use the cash value against him in a manner where he may need money, and it's only $12,000. For $130 a month, he's got to have major issues or something. He's got to have health problems.
Well, he's 81. I mean, I don't know.
Text Alyssa. Do you have her number? I want everybody to get this number in their phone. If you have any questions about LSW products or any product at all, you need to call Alyssa. This girl has trained herself in the last 2 years to learn everything about these products, annuities. I mean, it's really mind-blowing to me how much she's knowledgeable about this stuff. Take that number down and contact her. So tell me, and go ahead and tell me everything you can about this situation. I'm going to shut up and let you talk.
I haven't asked them any health questions or anything like that because I generally don't until I'm in the house. Because sometimes that scares them away if they're older.
Okay.
So, like, literally the only thing I know is that he's 81 years old and that he has those 3 policies that equal that amount. And I'm supposed to be there at 1 o'clock.
What can she do for the 81-year-old? So if you come up with that, let me know. LSW can be used on him using that $130 and try to get him to end of life. I don't know how she's going to do an illustration.
Who?
Heather.
Let me look them up.
She's going to look. There is an app for National Life Group, by the way. If you guys don't have that, you need to find that. Go to the App Store and get your maybe I can forward this shit over to you. You have quotes from Mutual of Omaha.
Heather?
Yeah.
If you call me later, I can't do it now because I need to do it on the computer. Like on the mobile app, we can run Flex Life, but that would be foundation. And I would need my desktop to run that. I can run that illustration for you later.
Okay, what I'm going to do is I'm going to call him and reschedule him for a different day then.
Okay, or I could walk you through. You have your LSW rating number?
Yeah.
You have an app?
I have the stuff on the phone and the computer. I don't have like paper applications or anything.
Don't worry about it then. So you may need
I can walk you through it later, how to do an illustration, or I can do it for you.
Okay.
See, the scary part about this is her going and the company's not being open to show him. If he doesn't have the policies, by the way, she's not going to be able to show him what the hell's going on. So my suggestion in this case, Heather, is to really reschedule him. But if you feel like you're losing him in any way, shape, or form, rescheduling can be bad, by the way. You may want to go out and build rapport to the point of trust and then reschedule another appointment from that point. or you could contact him over the phone and reschedule, of course. But I just concerned about you losing a deal. Tell him that these companies aren't really open and you can't do an illustration for him properly, or give him some kind of bullshit line if you do something that's going to get you back in the door. An emergency usually works best because they feel like they owe you another visit. Guys, Heather, that's a perfect scenario to use that at. So this guy, instead of $130 for, he's going to be 81 years old. So be prepared for this. He may get $25,000. Alyssa, I think, is looking maybe.
No, I can't do it on.
For, let's say it's $200 a month. Now we have to find out the need. So at the end of the day, all you're trying to do is use his premium that he's using now and replace it with something else. He has 3 policies. If you take 3 policies premiums and you mash them into one, you're usually going to get a higher face amount and more cash value. Heather, make sure you talk about cash value building up, and then show him the cash value and get his cash value out of these situations. If he's unhealthy, you're screwed. Take the 130 and put it through a giant Gerber, Prosperity, something in that order. Prosperity goes to age 80, sorry. All right. Hey, one more thing. I have done this before. I have used the cash value inside LSW to put it on the wife. I've literally gotten people that can't get qualified, but since the cash values are so high, if I can convince somebody to take $1,000 a month and put it towards these cash values, and I can show them, they'll literally, some of them are millionaires by the time they die in cash value. Guys, you got to see the cash values. I mean, if you do it on yourself, if you were able to invest $1,000 a month into these products yourself, by the time you retired, you'd have $500,000, maybe $1 million put away. That's how powerful it is. I want everybody to take my telephone number down, and I want you to, if you get stumped in a house, I want you to say, Mrs. Jones, give me 1 second. I'm going to find out how many discounts I can get you. Give me 1 second. And you dial that number, and you throw it on speakerphone. Anybody have any more questions? Heather, do a great job, though, buddy. You have appointments. I'm so proud of you, man. Making me cry over here, man. Diane.
Hey, these are my June leads.
Oh, God, right. Wow. Great
Right.
job.
I set 3 out of 3 people I got a hold of.
That's great.
Nice job, buddy. See, smiling and dialing, using strategies, techniques. Have you used anything I taught you, or are you just pretty good with what you got, man? Because you're pretty good,
Actually, I'm not very good on the phone, so I've basically been going by what you have been teaching us and using that, and it's been working a lot better.
Thank you very much,
Nice.
guys. I appreciate all the compliments and everything. Diane, when I get back to you, girlfriend, I might read a book with you. You know what? Next week, I'm going to pick a book all of us can read. Is everybody down with that? Reading a chapter, even a week? Like, can anybody read a chapter a week? So you can even cheat and go on YouTube and listen to it, man. So I'm going to pick a book, and I'm going to share it with you guys, and let's go do something together like that and have some fun. Jerome, I don't know where you're at, buddy. It's a big purple screen. I'll holler at you later, buddy. Noted, you need leads. Brian, you need contracted. Everybody else at the bottom. Matthew, great job listening in, buddy. You're new. You're going to improve. You're going to be a 6-figure trigger. And thank you, guys. I love you all, and I'll talk to you soon.
Jason, do you have 1 more minute before you go?
Yeah, I'm down, baby. Go ahead.
1 minute. I just started this, but I just wanted to get your thoughts on it. I looked up 150,000 policies, and the GUL actually beat the LSW.
Yes, that happens sometimes, Diana. Oh, great point to bring up.
Except for the cash.
Except for the cash value and the living benefits.
Yes.
Okay? So remember, when you're at 7% at LSW, the Mutual of Omaha product is at 3% guaranteed. The 7% can go up to 12.5%. It comes with living benefits. And it's okay to sell higher policies too, Diane, because you make more money. But if it also comes with better benefits, you need to allow them to weigh that out. But if it's a premium thing, you always check the GUL at Mutual of Omaha versus the LSW. Those are the only 2 products I use, guys. That's it.
Diane, the underwriting for the Mutual of Omaha is a little more lenient than LSW, just so you know, as far as health issues.
Great.
Okay, if that
Yeah, I
helps.
was just surprised because I thought LSW, you know, with doubling the gas, it just surprised me. I wasn't sure if I did something
Oh,
wrong.
man, I'm very impressed. That shows you the intelligence in all of you. Everybody has brought things up that is just amazing. I'm going to tell you something. Since we've started these webinars, I've seen growth in all of you. I've had answers to questions, people asking questions. I mean, it's been amazing to watch the transformation go on. It really is. You know, people going from not getting in the home to getting in the home. I mean, it's just, I'm just blown away. I really am. So I'm not patting myself on the back at all. I want this to keep rocking and rolling. I want this screen filled with people, you know what I mean? And I hope one day that they're all underneath you guys. We continue this, we share it with the world, we can change the world, we can get a lot of people safe and structure them in a financial situation where is necessary for the future. So this is a very important job that you guys have. Take it seriously. Go study like a crazy person would and turn the TV off, turn the music off, and take some time to learn the business, learn the products, and learn people. John C. Maxwell, one of the better ones about people. If you need to learn about yourself and you're stressed out, read Joyce Meyer's books. There's so much you can do to change your life, guys. It's all out there. You have access to it at a click of a button. No more excuses from anybody. Next week, I want everybody to have leads, and I want to hear that somebody sold at least 2 sales. No, actually 3. And this team right here could sell 10 policies, 20 policies a week right here. So let's get it to that point. Any more questions? Come on, man. So, I'm kidding. Alyssa's got to go, man. I got to get out of here, guys. I love you. I'll talk to y'all soon, okay?